Hi everyone. We are zooming through week 3. Can you believe it? It's going by so quickly. I'm back from sunny Palm Springs, if you can't tell, and I'm working on getting your Module 2's assignments graded. As you can see from this initial announcement that I did, there's some things that I wanted to point out that I saw many people doing that it's just important to know about for the future. One is to make sure that you're using the correct persistent link. It will have the proxy CityU at the beginning of it. The next thing is to be sure that when you are citing an author, you cite the author at the beginning of the paragraph and at the end of the paragraph, as long as you're talking about the same author the whole time. And you're not inserting your own personal opinions in the middle. But if you're talking about an author for a whole paragraph, you cite them at the beginning and then at the end. What else did I point out? Let me look here. Also, headings. So it's important to really do a close read of the requirements. And I often see this in students, but when we get to the doctoral level, it's going to be important in a lot of ways, especially as you're getting close to your dissertation. You're going to have a lot of requirements that you're going to have to figure out on your own, and you don't want to get down the road and miss a requirement and not have it in your document and have to go back and rewrite. So pay close attention, especially to the feedback you're getting, but also to the requirements of the assignment. The assignment had 4 parts to it. You talk about your initial broad topic and the narrow topic. You create 3 APA references, and for each one you do a short paragraph. Then you rewrite your topic, and you talk about using some of the future ideas that you found in your paragraphs, in your articles. So I didn't see a lot of people referring to the future ideas for research from their articles. Usually authors have something in the sections of recommendations or future ideas for research, and I didn't see a lot of that, and that's what I was really looking for this week. Also, I really want to see headings, and I want to see the paper divided up, not just list the questions. I mean, I'm fine if you just list the questions, but I'd rather see you actually work to create headings that are meaningful. And I showed you in the announcements what I thought that would kind of look like. For next week, we're doing qualitative research in the discussion boards. There are 8 questions. Now, for this assignment, I'm fine with you creating a table and numbering it 1 through 8, and then putting in the different things that you're looking for. I would probably say you need 3 columns, 1 column for the numbering, then 1 column for one article, 1 column for the second article. And then your summary, you just want to add that at the bottom. You're welcome to do 2 posts, one with your table and one with your summary, or you can do the table and the summary right after it. Just make sure that you're including the parts. Now for the part 2 of this, there's a series of questions. You don't have to have headings for these series of questions because they're obviously not bulleted parts. And I know that may seem confusing, but the idea is that the part 2 is really giving you what I want the reflection to be about. So part 1 is this list of questions that you're going to need to differentiate. Part 2 is just 1 part reflection. In the previous discussion board, and I know this is getting picky, part 1 had 4 parts, and that's why I would have expected to see headings in that, if that makes any sense to you at all. I guess for Module 3, you could have a heading for part 1 and a heading for part 2, and those would be your 2 headings. Again, it's important that you differentiate your work like this to make it more understandable, but easier to read. You'll be doing the same thing for your dissertations. It's a really good idea to get in the habit of it now. Let's talk about the assignment that is due. The assignment that is due this Sunday is going to be the topic and problem statement assignment. Now, you've developed already your broad topic, and now you've narrowed it down. I'm giving you feedback on that now when I'm grading the discussion boards. You then want to create a problem statement for this, and this problem statement needs to be an applied problem statement, meaning that how are you going to solve this problem in your population, in your smaller area that you can actually have an effect on? What are you going to do to solve this problem? There's the problem. This is how it's going to be solved. So basically, you're going to need to have 4 parts to the assignment, 4 headings, an introduction, the narrow topic, and a description of your process. The process meaning, how did you get to that narrow topic? What did you do? What were the steps? How did you make it there? An applied problem statement. This is the problem. Based on this topic, here's the problem I'm going to look at and try to solve. And then a summary of the 3 articles. Now, these could be the same 3 articles from the discussion board. That's totally fine. But just give an overall summary of what they meant and how they helped you develop this topic and problem statement. Keep in mind that you're not working on your dissertation just yet. This is really all experimental, so you get to know the process. So have fun with it. You're not going to be locked into this. No one's writing it down. So just have fun with it. Have fun with the assignment. I'm super hoarse because I've been yelling all weekend. So I'm sorry about that. Let me think. What else? I think that's everything. Email me if you have any questions. Email me if you ever have any questions about headings, what I would like the paper to organize. And I'm sure as many teachers as we have in the program, you understand the problems that come in when a paper isn't well formatted. In order for the professor to have to actually read the topic and understand it, it needs to have that structure to it. And it helps the students too. It helps you as a student because you wouldn't have forgotten the final new topic if you had used headings. So that might have helped a little bit. Anyway, that's it for this week's video. I will see you all soon.